In this tutorial, I'm going to try to teach you the Contortionist. Now, this is obviously not something that needs so much detailed explanation as a couple of good tips and a lot of practice. So here are your tips. First of all, your posture is obviously pretty important. You got to stagger your feet a lot so you have enough balance. If your feet are close together and you're trying to do this, you'll be wobbling all over the place. So put your feet a little more than shoulder width apart. Don't be afraid to go too wide, it'll only be more stable. Then of course you have to lean back. You want to bend your knees a bit so you're making a bit of a C shape, and you want to keep your head straight, even looking down a bit sometimes. So it's kind of it's not really uncomfortable, but you don't want to be like this for hours. Just lean back basically. Your arm. You're going to want to swing your arm all the way across so it's about belt height at your other hip. So your elbow is going to be about where your arm would be, about where your elbow would be if it's just hanging naturally. So don't move your elbow too far over, just kind of leave it there and swing your forearm up. And hopefully you should have a long enough arm to be able to reach around and get some space out there. Your shirt might get in the way, so try tucking it up. You don't need all that much room over here. As you can see, my hand is barely making it out. My thumb is on my side. You just have to be able to grab a ball and toss it out. Now, it's not so much important to be able to throw the ball out, because that's pretty easy. Your other hand is free, you can go and get it, as it is to be able to aim properly so you can catch it. That's the hard part. So you really want to be in this position practicing these throws over and over again until you figure out exactly where your free hand has to throw to, so your hand that's all tied up back here can catch it without having to move too much. Now, when you're starting out, your throws are going to be a little bit off, and you'll probably be going like this, moving all around the place, trying to move your whole body to be able to reach the ball. Don't worry about that, you'll get better at it. Once you've done enough practice, just take one of the balls out of the pattern, swing it around. The really important thing is when you're going into this contortionist pattern, the last throw you make has to be a straight column throw that'll end up in that sweet spot where you can actually catch it. Let's see. I'll turn on the ball I'm going to do that column throw with. See that? You throw it straight up, so it'll end up right where your hand's going to be. And if you want to get fancy, you can even throw in a little orbit, and then go back under. So it's a nice move to throw it every now and then. Another interesting place to put it is if you do a nice wide windmill, you'll notice all the catches that your right hand are doing over on the left side of your body, where it would be if you're back here. So if you get really good at aiming for that sweet spot you can actually catch from, you can throw with your left hand all the way across and catch it back here with your right hand. Let's see if I can do this. Here, I'll turn on the one I'll do it with. It's a very difficult move, but you can actually do it with every throw if you get good enough. So all of your right hand catches are back here. Let's see if I can do that for you. Hold on, gotta work into it. Yeah, something like that. So it's just an interesting little variation on juggling. It's more of a practice thing, so I'm not going to spend too long tiring you just talking about how you have to bend over and reach back behind you. But those are some quick tips that might help you out along the way.
Steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood